This is how you effectively get your leads to book a second call with you or a follow-up call with you so you can effectively get your leads to close. Hi, my name is Brandy Grace Wong and I'm the founder of Totally Branded. We're an end-to-end operations/strategy agency designed for digital agencies to add 7K to your revenue in our 7-day free trial. So if the service that your agency is providing is over $800, then it's rare to close anybody on the very first call. If you can, good for you. But keep in mind that those leads that you close on the very first call tend to end up being uneducated leads. And when you have uneducated leads, you have leads that don't trust you. You have clients that don't trust you. And when there's a lack of trust between client and agency, what ends up happening is the client ends up leaving. Or you might not be able to perform as well as you'd like for this certain client because they might not actually be a complete fit. So I always suggest something called the 2-call close method. And why the 2-call close method? Number one is to make sure your leads are actually qualified. You don't want to promise results to a lead that might not be qualified for your service. Number two is that it alleviates tension between you and your potential client and a lot of pressure because you've built this trust with your lead that will eventually become your client already with the 2-call close method because they've seen your face 2 times. So in the past, I used to have a massive drop-off rate between my first call and my second call because people were just simply not booking the second call or the follow-up call, as you might call it. And so how do we fix that? So what I would do is at the end of the call, you would let the lead know, hey, I really think you're a fantastic fit for our service and I would love to show you how everything actually works. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to send you off with a little bit of information that you can take a look at and how does your next Tuesday look like for you? And something else you could do is send your Calendly link directly on the chat of Zoom. So that way your lead can open up the calendar and straight up book the call while they're talking to you. But the highest success rate is if you're suggesting times for next week. The next thing to do is to add urgency for the next follow-up call, whether you mean it or not. So in my agency, I always let people know that there's like a limited amount of people that can do the free trial this quarter or this month or this week. And I mean it when I say it. You don't have to mean it if you don't mean it, but adding urgency means everything. So what you could say is, for our offer, we only have room for 2 more clients this week, and I genuinely think that you would be such a great fit for this offer. So why don't we book a follow-up call around how's your Tuesday? So that way I can actually show you how everything really works and I'm able to perform this offer so you can have the full information before you make any sort of decisions. And so this is one way to be able to get someone to book the second call on the first call with you. So now that they've booked a follow-up call with you, your job is not done yet. Now you have to have an email template that pretty much thanks them for their time. Here's a little bit more information. And if you check out my other video on how I actually close my leads using emails, you'll see that I actually add a lot of content like my YouTube videos, for example, in my thank you for your time email. So that way it battles any objections that my lead or questions may have before they get to me on the second call. For example, if you find that on your second calls, a lot of your leads are like, why is this even valuable? Why do I actually need this? How does this actually work? That's just because they lack education and information. So if your thank you for your time email has any videos or PDFs or pamphlets answering any of those questions as to why what you do is valuable and why they really can't sleep without you at night, then make sure to send it in that email. We're not done yet. The last thing is getting them to show up on that follow-up call. And the best way to go about that is to remind them why what you do is so useful. So after you've sent the thank you for your time email, it's full of value, it's full of why what you do is important for their business. Make sure that your reminder for the second call is replying back to the same thread as the thank you for your time email. So that way, before the call, they have a chance to go back and they're able to see whatever content that you've sent them that answers any of their objections and educates them on why what you do is important. And this is how you effectively battle any objections going into the second call and also get your leads to book the second call with you effectively so you don't have that massive drop-off rate from the first call to the second call. Happy closing, agency owners. I hope these tips were helpful. If you're interested in our 7K and 7-day free trial, the link is in the description below for you to book a call with us. If you wanted to connect with me, I love meeting new agency owners. This is my email if you had any questions. Here's my LinkedIn. Here's my Instagram. Make sure you like and subscribe to my YouTube channel for more free tips for agency owners. I hope everyone has a great day. Peace.